So I wanted to create this little tutorial on how to get onto NoRed Ink for the first time, or a refresher if you've used it last year. The first step is to go on to noredink.com and you'll get to this login page. If you're a new teacher, you sign up here. If you're a returner, you can log in here under teacher and it will take you to the usual login page. You can either type in your details or log in through Google, and then it takes you into your account. Now you'll notice that it looks a bit different this year, and one of the things you want to do right off the start is to add your classes in. So I'm just going to make a test class. So I'll just type in test RLA. We'll make it 7th grade. Click on 7th grade for the grade that these students are in, and I'll add the class. You can name yours A, B, and C, D according to the blocks. And what you want to do first, before you get into your class, is you want to be sure to type in the premium code. The premium code is the subscription the school pays for, and it opens up a lot more modules. Now, your instinct will be to click on Go Premium. That's just the PDF form that explains premium. So what you want to do is click under Settings, and you'll want to type in our premium code. It's got our last year's premium code in there, and this year's code is different. Our code this year is silver hyphen 3933. That's silver hyphen 3933. So then you update the account. It says I've entered the code for Singapore American School. That's us. So very good. We're now logged in as premium. Going back to home, you'll see my test class is still here. I could make another test class. There are two ways. Oh, now I need to activate premium for each class. So once I have typed in the code, it will just make sure that I understand their stipulations. So I just type in understood, and you need to do this for each class to activate premium. So there will be a little bar there, or a little reminder there that says activate your premium. So now this class has got the premium activated. Now there are two ways that I can have my students inputted into my class. I can do it manually under Manage Students here, and I could add them manually. I'd rather not do that because that's a lot more work for me. What I can do in class is have them type in this class code when they log in as a student for the first time. So if they go to NoRed Ink for the first time, and they will see that they log in as, well, I'm logged in already. So they'll go to that login page and click on student, and then they will type in this code. So I just will want to write that on the whiteboard so it's clear for them, or put it on the daily agenda. So we won't get into the data management right now, but we will look at the assigning of work. And so what you'll want to do is you click on Assign Work, and you'll notice this is where it starts looking a little bit different from last year. There are different types of assessments, or assignments rather. There's the diagnostic, which is kind of the pre-assessment, both for a unit or for the year. So those are the diagnostic assignments. Then there are the practice sessions, and that's a little bit different this year. Instead of selecting specific assignments, you will select skill areas. And so the people at NoRed Ink have created a much more dynamic support in that. And then there are the quizzes. Now, it looks like quizzes is selected here. You actually have two choices of quizzes. You can have a new quiz that's ready to test the student learning based on some topics that you'll select, or you can do a measure growth quiz, which actually measures the growth from a diagnostics to a quiz along the way. So I'm just going to select pretest, that I might do at the beginning of the year. I might call it pretest fall 2015. I want it to be a diagnostic. Now, there are two types of diagnostics, as I said before. There's a planning diagnostic, which is more broad strokes of what you might do for the whole year or across specific topics. And then there's the unit diagnostic, if you have specific unit targets. I'm going to just stick with the planning diagnostic right away because it's the beginning of the year. I'd like to see what they can do across a number of different subjects. I'm going to assign it to this class, and you'll notice if I had more classes in here, there might be a drop-down menu. I could set it at a later time, but I want them to do it right away. I don't mind allowing late submissions if a kid is absent, but here you'll see another new feature, and it looks like they've scoped and sequenced the topics here. Under all, you have all the categories here that you can select from. But since this is a grade 7 class, I'm going to go to 7 and 9. And again, I may not choose all of these, but I may choose things that I know are going to come up in the first semester, such as components of a sentence, or conjunctions, or capitalizing and formatting titles, sentence fragments, and what else? Punctuation with conjunctions, subject-verb agreement, misplaying modifiers, and parallel structure. Now, automatically, it's doing some math for me down here, and if it gives 5 questions per pathway, and I've selected 9, that's a 45-minute pretest. That's getting pretty lengthy. So I might choose 4 questions instead so that I can add 1 or 2 more pathways that I think will be appropriate. There, I've got an assignment for 40 questions. That sounds doable to me. The other thing you'll want to check is just that you can create the assignment. And once you create the assignment, it will then generate an assignment that's based on students' interests in the selections they've made in their sign up that I haven't shown yet. But those of you who've used the program before, you know that the first thing students do is they select their favorite characters from books, their favorite superheroes, their favorite musicians, and actually the sentences come out with that information populated. So then you can see here I've got a diagnostic created here. It's called this. There are 10 pathways selected. Here's going to be some of those dynamic features once the students have created that. This should get you going in your setup and maybe your first assessment or two. Again, I'm happy to meet with PLCs and individuals no matter when you have any questions on how to work some of these features and how to get yourselves going with No Red Ink.